Hey guys, Lynna here. Yep. Oh no. Look. It's like a bus stuck right in the middle of my road. Well, it's not my road. It actually belongs to the city of Minneapolis, but he was in my way. And I am a woman who is tired. I got to work at like 6:30, so I'm a little pooped, and I hope I can make this red light. It's green, it's yellow, it's red. Okay, I made it. So that concludes my job, my miracle job. Like the moment that I got here, that I actually got a job. I was so excited. Anyway, it was a good experience. It was, just a good job. Everybody was nice to me. The ladies were really nice to me. Like at breakfast, the lady sat down next to me and stuff, and they just wanted to talk and ask me where I'm from and blah 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 and all that stuff. So, it's just one of the girls there, and yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I'm glad I moved. Part of me's not glad that I moved, only because, in the sense of my kids and stuff like that. It's really difficult, but I'll tell you, this place is just a different place to me now. It doesn't even feel like the same city, the same state. It just seems like a whole new world, really. It just doesn't seem like it's Minnesota, the Minnesota that I knew for 9 some odd years. This is where I lived. And it just, things change, people change, life changes. Obviously, life has changed in a massive way. Oh my gosh. And, we just do what we have to do. Yeah, I posted something about, just, feeling the effects of the move and everything. Because, guys, I'm moving, seriously, I'm moving with no money. I don't have any. I'm just kind of floating on credit right now. And I know it's not the best thing to do. I really do. But, when you get cut off out of a $75,000 job, client, due to gender discrimination, and they don't ever even return a phone call or talk or anything, it just becomes something that is very difficult to overcome, and it's just a very difficult situation. And I had no choice as to what I was going to do, so I had to do something. And I'm not out of the woods by any stretch of the imagination here. I got a good job for a week. 6 days of work is going to really, really help. No doubt. And it doesn't just help me. It helps, my entire family survive. Everybody needs money to survive, right? Because today, I called my ex, and I just told her, I said, hey, what's going on? Just want to know what's up. And I knew the inevitable was going to happen, I'm the only one who makes money. Always has been that way. And, we had a family that, we were your typical Christian conservative family, people that, homeschooled their kids and went to church on Wednesdays and Sundays, and you know, lived by the golden rule, and you know, believed that, you know, all the things about, you know, homosexuality, LGBT issues, that those were all things that, you know, were sin and all that stuff. So for her to have me come out in the extreme manner that I have is quite the shock. And then not just that, but then, you know, just the whole, I mean, it's just shock is all I can say. It's just shock to the system, you know. And for me, it's normal because I've always felt like this, never been able to express myself up until, you know, 3 years ago. But I mean, for her, it's like out of left field, out of nowhere. Here you are thinking you have a normal, regular man-woman marriage, and well, I don't even know how she could think that, but you know, she forgave me for a lot of stuff. You know, she forgave me for not, you know, not loving her well and not taking care of her like a man should take care of his wife. And I'll be the first to admit, I did a horrible job at that. You know, I mean, I guess, you know, partially it's because I just thought that I could, you know, wish this trans thing away, or, you know, hopefully have it cured by getting married and having kids and, you know, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, you have to be real, and you have to be yourself, and you have to be true to who you truly are. Because if you're not true to who you truly are, you're no good to anyone. And that's the problem with me, is that I was becoming no good to anyone. And, you know, so I assumed that she was low on money. And I, like I said, I don't have anything really. I don't. I have access to money, but it's not my money, it's the bank's money. So I'm penniless. So, you know, I'm broke, you know. I'm playing with the bank's money. And, you know, I'm just trying to get through so that I could get to the other side with more work and stuff, and just kind of try to rebuild from there. But, I mean, you know, it's just, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough all the way around. So I asked her, I said, so how's it going? It's like, well, the bank account's really low. I'm like, yeah. But you're gonna ask me or anything? I mean, I don't know what the bank account's like. I don't have your account anymore, because we separated accounts last week. And she's like, well, whenever you could throw my way. And I'm like, you know, the last thing I want to do is throw, you know, like a bone to my wife, or a bone to my kids. I mean, I want to provide for them. You know, I want to give them what they need, you know, for their lives. I mean, I don't want to just throw them a bone and that kind of thing. So I feel terrible, you know, but I mean, I told her, I said, this is hard on everybody. I understand. She goes, you have no idea how hard it really is. I'm just trying to process through everything. And I'm like, I do understand somewhat, you know, because everything's been going on with me, and I can only imagine what you're going through. She's like, yeah, it's really hard. And it is, guys. It's extremely, extremely difficult. There are some of you who are kind of on the fence whether you want to be going towards transitioning, or if you should stay, or if you should work it through with your spouse, or however, wherever you are in life. And my first choice for you would be what my first choice for me would have been. And that would be to just stay with your spouse and to stay with your kids and do the right thing that way. The only reason you should ever do anything like I've done or others have done is if you cannot cope with life anymore the way you are. And your gender dysphoria has gotten to the point where it is absolutely intolerable to think that you could do anything differently other than transition. If that's you, then by all means, do what you have to do to live, because you don't want to die. And that's what happens. That's what happens. That's how serious it is. It is a life and death matter. You know, it just is. And you know, I would definitely say, you know, if you can stay away from this, and you can just like maybe dress on the side, or you know, just go and work out something with your spouse, or with yourself even, then go for it. You know, because guys, this is really hard. This is not for the faint of heart. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm like tough girl, I could do anything, because I can't, but I have to survive, you know, and that's where I'm at. I'm in survival mode. I'm just like, all right, crap's hit the fan. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? You know, and you just do what you have to do to survive. And like, people are like, oh, so you got a roommate, huh? Oh, it's a girl? I go, yeah, I mean, okay, first of all, I'm a girl, okay? I don't want a room with a man, obviously. And, you know, I was like out of options, you know, come Sunday, I was leaving. I was getting out of my hotel, and I had to do something. So I was just poring over Craigslist the last 3 or 4 days prior, and even went to some website called Roomster. Yeah, and then made some phone calls and tried to get my own place, which would have been ideal, but it just didn't work out. And then I just ended up, you know, calling up this lady, actually, you know, a few miles from the hotel I was staying at, and scheduled like just a interview introduction with her. I went over to her place. She showed it to me. I told her I was trans over the phone, and she was okay with it. So hey, and there we go. You know, so off I went to this new experience, this new roommate situation. I don't know what's up with Jenny at all. I mean, I haven't heard from her. Last I heard, she was on a plane to California. I saw a picture of like a slot machine and stuff, and then, you know, but I've tried to get in contact with her, and it's been very minimal. So I wish her the best, you know, I really do, and she's always going to mean a lot to me. But you know, I wish her well. Anyway, you guys, we'll see you, let me see, I don't work tomorrow, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Maybe I'll show you my new running trail, or maybe I'll show you my new apartment, or maybe I'll show you my new neighborhood, or surprise you. Who knows? Anyway, see you guys. Bye.